Okay, so in this video I'm going to take a look at rename and select, and then select dependent on some criteria and organize into a new object, and then mutate. So we've already introduced select, but now we're going to take a look at rename. So rename can be used to rename variables, and again I'm following in line with the verbs set out here in terms of the ORFA data science. Okay, so select and different criteria that we lay down. So here we're going to rename flights, and the tail num is going to be transformed here. So what was tail num becomes tail underscore num. Okay, so if we look at rename for a moment, in fact, if we just look at the flights, so if I put in FL flights and just run to look at the observations, if we come down to here, we can see that the tail num, another way perhaps of seeing this data a little bit more clearly is to use glimpse, and again might organize the data in a way that we can see. So if we come down to tail num, we can see the name and it's a character. So that's fine, it's a tail num. But if we want to convert that to being tail underscore num, we run the name, and again we might observe that tail num appears here, and now it's tail underscore num. Okay, so we select rename and we have the underscore. Okay, select in conjunction with everything helper move to the start of the data frame. So what we would like to do here is move flights, time, hours, airtime, and then everything else would appear. Okay, so we take again the name of the data set where the data is located, and organize time, airtime, and then everything else would follow. So let's just run that, and we have select, and you can see here we get the time involved, so the date and the time, and then airtime. So we've time, hour, airtime, and then everything else. So we can reorder the columns. And again, if to perform this operation in Excel would take a little bit of time, but it's streamlined here in terms of the syntax that's available to us in the dplyr package. Again, we would like perhaps to select flights year to day, and then we would like to put in the column with ends with, or the series of columns ends with delay, and then distance, and then airtime, and we close off the bracket. So let's run that. Okay, and you can see we have flight small appear here, and again it's 336,776. Okay, and again select is quite useful for. Okay, let's take a quick look then, so we can let's just put in a quick command to glimpse or view flights, and I'll be prompted flight small. Okay, so we run that. So try that again, and I should have a bracket here. Remove the bracket here and run. And you can see here we have the year, the month, the day, the departure delay, the arrival delay, distance, and airtime. So this corresponds here with this object that we've set up. Okay, so we'll go back in, and I'll just put the parentheses behind here. Okay, So in the next video, we'll take a look at mutate. Okay, in the next video, we'll take a look at mutate.